I have read through the entire document of the 1,000 pages, and I want to point this out to the VTuber that made the document, 1,000-page document. You should not have done that. I mean this with my whole chest. I'm gonna give a summary of everything real fast. If you don't know the situation, the VTuber, Sinder, she is being accused by her artist Nanoless. A while back, she released a document accusing her and her then manager boyfriend, Red, of manipulation, coercion, and blacklisting, saying Nanoless was saying, oh, they manipulated me and being their only artist, all this other stuff, coercion, and blacklisting her from all these other things. It was a whole thing. And also, there was another VTuber, Shy Lily and Bow. Those two were also speaking out against that, and it was a whole thing that blew up, and it led to everybody hating on Cinder. Everybody just hating on Cinder. It was a whole thing there. And if you go to Cinder's YouTube, you can actually see that the ripples were a little bit crazy because this dislike ratio is insane. Is what it was. And even now, a lot of people are halfway thing, still not doing anything. So it's nuts. It's nuts. Nobody can. I want to point this out. Nobody cares. A lot of people are happy she's coming back because a lot of people doing this. It's a whole thing. Some people are happy. The dedicated fans are going to stick around. The orbiters are not going to stick. That's how it operates. And I want to point this out. I have read through the 1,000 pages, which you may have guessed it aren't actually 1,000 pages. It's more so screenshots more than it is things. It is 1,000 pages in Google Doc terms. And I'm just going to summarize the whole thing. I'm going to summarize it for you. Summarize it. The VTuber, Cinder, apologized to Tricky, kind of knew me, and Bow. Those are people that were originally in the call-out post in the beginning. She refutes a few claims and then blames Lily and Nano for planning her cancellation. Right? That's the whole thing. That's it. She apologized to a few people, but that's the whole 1,000-page document. You can actually read it and interpret it because the 1,000 pages is so much fluff, right? So much fluff that Cinder has successfully averted anybody from digging too deep into it because no one's going to read 1,000 pages because we are in such an attention drought by how people operate. No one's going to do that. No one's going to do. That's why you probably clicked on this video because I'm trying to summarize this for you, but no one cares. But I want to point this out. This is so important. Cinder, I gotta tell you, look at ProJared. You may not remember ProJared, but he got canceled a while back, but he's doing fine. He's doing great. As a matter of fact, he could release on his main channel, but he chooses not to because he's scared of his algorithm tanking. He used to have close to 1 million subscribers, but he releases on his secondary channel, ProJared Plays. And he gets pretty okay views, none bad. 5,000, 8,000, probably making enough. Releases a video every day, plays video games. Video games get a lot more money on YouTube, so he's probably making a bunch of money. He's probably making like maybe 8,000 a month, maybe 10,000. Not doing too bad. Then we have James Charles. Oh, James Charles. Remember when James Charles was talking to minors? You guys remember that? We was talking to young people, and it was such bad. It was so bad. He's back. He's averaging like 1 million views a video. He's doing great. Doing great. Has been doing great for quite some time. No one cares. No one cares. Why does nobody care? What about Cody Ko? Cody Ko, oh, remember with Tana Montague and Cody Ko? Oh, that was so bad. That was evil. Oh, my goodness. Well, guess what? Guess what? He's still posting. Still, was it 3 days ago, a day ago, 5 days ago? Still consistently making boinko bucks. Still doing great. Now you're probably thinking to yourself, what about David Dobrik? Remember when David Dobrik harmed his friend and maimed his friend for his life, changing him forever? David Dobrik posted 2 months ago. David Dobrik posted 2 months ago. No one cares. No, you didn't have to release this document. Did you know that? Did you know you didn't have to you didn't have to do this. Now you're back in the public zeitgeist. Now everybody remembers. You know what the most powerful currency in modern age is? It's not integrity. It's not even consistency. It's not even quality. The most powerful currency is the force of public amnesia. We are living in the golden age of the unaccountable creator. It's not because they're clever, not because, they have some ability to make the, no. You can be exposed, you can be canceled, you can be dragged through the trenches, the muddiest trenches of the internet. And guess what? They're going to find a new beast to fight because people will forget. People can't stay mad forever. You can just keep posting and posting and posting and posting. They will find a new person to hate. That's what's going to happen because Their rage isn't some clandestine conviction. It's a trend. It always is a trend to be mad at something. And if you would have just kept posting, if you would have just continued posting and not cared about, or even waited just a month even, you could have just waited a month and went right back into it. No one would have cared. No, nobody would have cared. No one. The only reason this is even trending is because it's 1,000 pages. This is the mother of all Google Docs apologies. You know, this is the beautiful part. Imagine you see a 30-second TikTok explaining your transgression. You know what I mean? It gets millions of views. And you try to do a follow-up, a 40-minute follow-up explaining the complex context, the apology, and nuances. Nope, no one cares. No one cares. Outrage is optimized for virality. The resolution is not. That's what happens. This is compounded by the sheer desensitizing volume of controversy. We're bombarded with so much daily ethical failure. Always. Corporate greed, political corruption, new creator scandal every hour somehow. I didn't even know who this VTuber was, mind you. Our capacity for sustained anger has been completely burned out. It's like trying to stay furious about a single dirty dish when you're standing in the middle of a landfill. That's what it feels like. The emotional response becomes generalized, a low-grade background hum of annoyance rather than a focused, enduring fury directed at a single target. Your betrayal just becomes one piece of trash in the pile, indistinguishable from the rest after a very short while. So if you're curious about what's happening with this VTuber situation, I'm going to tell you what's happening. Nothing. It's blaming the other side again. That's all that's happening. It's literally nothing. Nothing's happening. Nothing. There's nothing going on. Nothing. You know what's horrible, right? Let's say you're a gamer who gets caught using aimbots. The outrage is going to be fierce for a week, but then you drop a new, incredibly entertaining playthrough. The viewer who loved your content before the scandal is faced with a choice. I'm going to tell you the choice every viewer goes through. Cling to the fading ember of their anger, or click and receive the familiar hit of entertainment, dopamine they've been conditioned to expect from you. Now, I specifically tagged you in this, Miss Sender. I tagged you in this because this is important. They don't care. They're stupid. I don't even know how to. They're dumb. I don't even know how to better describe that for you than you're just wasting everyone's time. You genuinely wasted all of our times. The brain, right, craving the path to least resistance and easy reward, will choose the dopamine almost every time, even if they're hate watching you. The controversies become a boring, energy-draining memory. The new video is shiny. It's an immediate pleasure. You haven't even won them over. You've simply distracted them with a brighter, shinier object. They're babies. And that's not to discredit the audience. That's just what happened with the algorithm. You know it's beautiful? It's really beautiful. The reason people are going to click on this video, it's not because of me. It's because of you. I tagged you. Because it's about you. Because you've given them outrage for a minute. This is why the classic lay low for 3 months strategy is so effective. It's not even a strategic retreat. It's a waiting game against the collective memory of a goldfish. You disappear, the algorithm stops serving your scandal to new people, and the audience, lacking any new negative stimuli to reinforce their anger, simply moves on. The neural pathways associated with enjoying your content are still there, lying dormant. When you return with a carefully crafted, non-confrontational video, hi, I've been doing a lot of thinking. You're not reactivating their anger, you're reactivating those old pleasurable pathways. You're the familiar fast food joint reopening after a health code violation. That's it. People might mutter about it, but the convenience and the craving for the product will bring them back. You know, if you go to the FDA website, have you ever been to the FDA website? Ever? Have you ever been to the FDA website, the food recall website? Have you ever done that? I live in Michigan, so I always like to check the Food and Drug Administration and check out what's going on here. You can look at all the things that are going on here. Frozen spinach had a recall, and Sono things potentially be contaminated with listeria. Medical devices, there's blood glucose, Dura, there's Kroger's Baker's Market, something was affected, basil pesto, potential foodborne illness, listeria, that was happened, listeria, and monosense. This happened, yesterday. And then on the 4th, this is what happens. You know you could do that. You probably had no idea about this website, did you? Probably had no clue because you don't care. You don't care, obviously. You don't give a damn. You don't care. There's no, you don't care. You don't. The most sinister part of this whole cycle is that it creates a perverse incentive for the creator. Why bother with genuine deep structural change? Why would you? By the way, I tagged you, so I hope you watch this one of these days. Maybe in your low point, you'll watch this. I don't care. Why engage in the painful introspective work of becoming a better person when the system actively rewards superficiality and patience? A heartfelt, transformative journey of self-improvement takes years. It does. That's reality. That's what happens. It's just what happens. A 3-month hiatus and a viral comeback video takes a season. You were gone for what, 5 months? 5 months you were gone? That how long you were gone? And you released a 1,000-page Google Doc, which is mostly fluff that nobody really cares about. No one cares. You could have just apologized. You could have made a 10-minute video apologizing, came right back. The math is simple, and it's a math that values optics over ethics and rebranding over redemption. The lesson learned isn't don't do bad things. The lesson learned is if you do a bad thing, just manage the PR cycle correctly and outlast the attention span of your accusers. That's all you gotta do. We have created a cultural ecosystem where accountability is not a principle but a fleeting weather pattern, a brief violent storm of tweets and video essays that washes over the landscape, does some superficial damage, and then passes, leaving the underlying structures perfectly intact, waiting for the sun to come out and for business to resume as usual. The audience isn't complicit because they're stupid, because the audience isn't stupid, by the way. I want to point this out. Audience is not stupid. And people that are probably mad at me for calling them stupid are going to say, you called me stupid. No, I'm sure you're complicit because you're exhausted, overstimulated, and outgunned neurologically deeply by a system designed to make you forget. Your legacy isn't defined by the worst thing you've done, by the way, Cinder. It's defined by how well you can outlast the memory of it. And in the 21st century, that's a race almost anyone is allowed to win. You got it. You've done it. You've done the hard work. And I want to point this out. This is so important. This is really important. I want you to look me in the eyes when I say this, mind you. This is worthless. Mr. Beast got canceled, came back. PewDiePie said the hard R, got canceled, came back. Some ordinary gamers got canceled, came back. It doesn't matter. None of this cancellation stuff really works. It's outrage for a week at best because nobody has the deep, genuine fury to keep it angry. No one does. No one has it. No one does. You don't have it in you. And you never will. So this whole situation has been a colossal waste of time. Welcome back, Cinder. I cannot wait to not watch your videos because I didn't watch them before, but I hope you do successful and I hope you stay beautiful on your side of the internet. I'm sure you make outstanding content and your VTuber model looks outstanding. Please stay lovely. I hope you have a lovely day or night wherever you're at. And please, people, one day I hope you wake up from this instant gratification loop that you are stuck in. It is so disrespectful and damning to witness people so complacent with the idea and capacity of not digging deeper past the headline or looking at the actual content of something and looking for summaries about situations where you could actively read for yourself. Take a second to actually learn about something and stop wasting your own time by thinking you're saving time by getting AI summaries of garbage. You are wasting your lifespan by not involving yourself in things that allow your brain to actually learn how to deal with situations, and it's so repugnant. It is nasty. It is filth. It is trife to me to witness this so often over and over again, to see people so inept with dealing with personal strife and situations because they don't know how to deal with themselves and they're looking for summaries from somebody else, and it happens over and over and over again, and I hate every single second of it, and it's damning. We are wasted as a society. We have lost our ability to problem solve, and it's agitating. Bye.
I'm your Nick at night, be my Laura Angelo. Ooh, happy to try what you need. Your world, I love to live in it. Ooh, I love the ride when you